Thank you so much for joining me today for this yoga practice with a lovely group from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. Their email or their website is linked in the description box below. So if you think that you or anyone you know might benefit from their support, please go ahead and reach out directly to them. They're very responsive and just a wonderful group of people. So today we're going to be practicing our yoga from a chair. So find yourself a comfortable seat, one that's nice and sturdy and from which you can have your feet on the ground. And I do encourage bare feet if you can manage that where you are. But if your feet are cold or for whatever reason you're wearing socks or shoes, just make yourself aware of the contact of your feet to the ground beneath that material. So just dropping down into your body, feeling your feet onto the ground, and maybe closing your eyes might help you to get there. And notice your palms resting on your lap. And by notice, I mean look for that sense of aliveness in your hands and feet. You might notice a little bit of tingling, a little pulse of life. We're just taking the time to drop into our bodies from out of our busy, busy minds and resetting. And then check in with your posture. Notice if you are hunching forward at all or leaning back, and maybe rock a little forward and back to find your center. And then next, feel your sit bones, your thighs, your glutes resting on your seat. Feel how supported you are. And then let your attention wander up the length of your spine from the tailbone to the low back, the lumbar spine, the middle back, the thoracic spine, the upper back, the cervical spine, all the way up to the neck. And that connection where the neck connects to the base of your skull. And see if you can gently draw the base of your skull up and create just a little bit more space in the length of your spine. Check in with your shoulders. Notice if you're holding any tension there. Before you move or change anything, just notice what's happening. You might notice that you're doing some clenching or bracing in your shoulders. Maybe you feel some tension there. And see if you can soften and relax the shoulders without moving them. Same thing with the jaw. We often clench our jaw. So you might notice some tension there that you can relieve just by noticing it and internally softening there. And the same thing across the forehead. You might have a slightly knitted brow, or you might notice some tension around your eyes. See what you can soften just with your attention. Just notice what's coming up for you. This is going to be a gentle, quiet practice, so you may notice the tendency to want to check the clock, want to think about other things that you have to do today, or list making or anything else. Without any judgment, just notice how that's coming up for you. Our inability sometimes in our Western culture to just slow down. That can sometimes be the hardest thing to do. And to be still can be even harder. But our minds and our bodies benefit from this stillness. Let's go ahead and get some movement though. We're just gonna move the head from side to side. So turn to gaze over your right shoulder, and then come back to look forward again, and then turn to gaze over your left shoulder, and then forward again. And then we're gonna link that movement with the breath. So take an inhale here at center. And as you exhale, use the whole length of the exhale to turn and look right. Use the whole length of the inhale to come back to center. And use the whole length of the exhale to turn and look left. And then inhale your way back to center. And then notice your breath. Where are you feeling that inhale? Is it up here high in your chest or down here in your belly? Maybe you feel expansion in both places. See what happens if you encourage the breath down into the belly, maybe bringing one or both hands here. Drawing the breath down into the belly, you might also feel some side to side expansion out into your hips, and maybe even into your low back. And now with that nice deep belly breath, let's take an inhale here. With your exhale, look down towards the ground, just moving the head, not moving the shoulders. Inhale back to center, and then exhale to look up towards the sky. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chin towards your heart. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look up towards the sky. We're going to stay here and breathe. So only look up as much as your neck is allowing. And when you're here, open and close your mouth. Let your lower lip drop. And then draw it back up towards the upper lip. One more inhale here. And exhale back to center. And we'll just make some little circles with the head in one direction. And then the other. Coming back to center. And just take a moment to pause and be with yourself. Notice what you feel in your neck, your shoulders. You might notice sensation down your arms even, in your chest. This time we'll inhale here and then exhale just to draw that right ear towards your right shoulder. And nice big stretch for the left side of the neck. If this is enough for you, stay right here. Otherwise, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, draw your chin down towards your right collarbone. Inhale and look up towards the sky. Any amount, don't push beyond your healthy boundary. And then exhale, chin towards the collarbone again. And we'll just keep moving here up and down, looking up towards the sky as much as feels good to you. Looking down, and as you draw that chin towards the collarbone, kind of engage the throat here, a little tone. And then looking up towards the sky, let that left shoulder be heavy. Just a few more rounds here. Move at your own pace with your breath. One more exhale, chin towards the collarbone. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your chin towards your heart at center, and then inhale, your head level to the earth again. And then we're gonna shake this left arm out. Just shake it, shake it, shake it. Imagine you've got a big old sticky slug on your hand and you're trying to shake it off. Just shake it, getting a little movement here, moving the lymphatic fluid emphatically. And then we'll do 3 big shakes here at the end. So shake, shake, shake. And then just let your left arm be long and notice what you notice. All along the hand, the arm, the shoulder, anywhere else you notice sensation. Again, relaxing your shoulders down, check in with your jaw, your brow, and any place else you notice tension. And then we'll bring that left hand back to the lap and take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Always feel welcome to just stay right here, enjoying this nice little side stretch for the right side of the neck. Keep those shoulder blades drawing down the back body, gentle lift in the heart. When you're ready, we'll take an inhale right here, and then exhale, draw your chin down towards your collarbone, little engagement in the front of the throat. Inhale, look up towards the sky, nice heavy right shoulder. And then moving at your own pace with your breath. Notice what's happening in the right shoulder, the right side of the neck. Notice if you're holding tension there or bracing, and see if you can soften any amount. Just a few more times here on this side. Next time you inhale down towards your collarbone, that's the last time, or exhale down, that's the last time. We'll take a full inhale here. Exhale, chin down to center. Inhale, your chin level to the ground, and then we'll shake out that right arm. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Just keep shaking, just keep shaking. That always makes me think about Ellen in her role in, oh gosh, what was that animated movie? Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Shaking, shaking. I don't know how, but the slug got over here too. And 3 big shakes. Bam! Shake it off, shake it off. And let that right arm hang low. And close your eyes if you can and notice what's happening on the right side of your body. Notice what's happening on the left side of your body. Just notice what's apparent to you, what sensations are coming up. And then we'll bring both hands to rest in the lap again. Beautiful. Check in with your breath. Is it still deep in your belly? Then we're going to get a little bilateral movement, which is really great for our neuroplasticity. It's really great for creating new synapses. So whenever we have a habit or an addiction, or we know a process that we repeat a lot, like driving a car or tying our shoes, those are embedded in our nervous system and in the neural pathways in our brains. When we do things that encourage new neural pathways like bilateral movements, we're telling our nervous system that we do have the power to change those patterns. And so that's what we're going to do today. So let's scoot forward to the front of your chair to where you have some freedom of movement in your legs, but you're still securely sitting. And we're just going to start with the legs here. So you might reach down and hold onto the seat or the edge of your chair. Inhale right here, and as you exhale, lift your right knee up any amount. Inhale to lower back down. Exhale, lift that left knee up. Inhale as you lower back down. And continue moving with your breath at whatever rate serves you. You might even think about using your core a little bit to lift that knee up. If you feel comfortable here, we'll add in the arms. So the next time you lift that right knee, we're going to tap it with our fingers. And then the left knee, tap with the right. If you're okay to release the seat, you can have your arms out to the side, but you can keep one hand grounded for stability if that feels best to you. You might make some bigger movements here. Reaching your arms out towards the side, lifting your legs up a little higher. And if you would prefer to do this from standing, you can come to a seat or to standing and continue here. And notice at this point, you're probably going to want to open your eyes for balance. You do have that chair right behind you though, if you need it. And it can be helpful to find a focal point, something out in front of you that's not moving, to help you keep your balance. If this isn't enough for you, you could extend your legs, whether you're seated or standing. We're just going to do a few more on each side. Use your breath. Twice more on each side. And then come back to seated or standing wherever you are. Feel your feet on the ground once again. Close your eyes if you're comfortable here. Roll your shoulders up and down and back. Inhale as you draw them up. Exhale, draw them down. Twice more. And the next time you draw them down and back, keep them there, heart lifted, palms facing your thighs or turned out in front of you. And just notice what you feel. You might feel your heart beating a little bit more. You might notice a sensation of vitality flowing through your body. Feel yourself coming back to neutrality. It's a great practice for if you experience anxiety at all, is to elevate yourself and then come back to neutrality. And that can help teach your nervous system that it's safe to feel those feelings. And then from seated or standing, we're going to get some side body stretching. So I'll stay standing for now, but you can do this from your seat as well. We'll inhale right here. And as you exhale, draw those right fingers down towards the ground, any amount. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left fingers down the left leg. And this could be where you stay. If you've got the range of mobility and you want to use your arms, the next time your fingers come to the right, you could lift your left arm up alongside that left ear. Then lower the left arm down as you come back to center. Draw the left fingers down as you reach the right arm up and over. Bring that right arm back up to center and down again. And then let's link the movement with the breath. Inhale, left arm up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, float that down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale here. Inhale, right arm back up again. And exhale, float down. Let's do 3 more times in each direction. And you might keep your feet under your hips or maybe take them out wider. Whatever feels steady and stable in your body. Let it be fluid. I got to go to the beach with a retreat from Breastfriends, and I'm wearing my little jellyfish shirt that I got over there. So think jellyfish energy. They're just floating along. I've lost count because I was talking, so let's do 1 more time to each side. Next time you go to the left, that's the last time. We'll come back to center. If you opened your stance, bring your feet back underneath your hips. Close your eyes if you feel stable here. And notice what you notice. Beautiful. And then we'll get into the hips just a little bit. So from a chair, you'll sit on the front of the chair, bring your hands to the back of the chair and look up towards the sky, lifting your heart and maybe pressing into your feet to lift your hips up. From standing, you could swing your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and draw them down towards the ground as you gently press your hips forward to as much as you're able to, lifting your heart, drawing your shoulder blades together. Taking a few breaths here. Think about lengthening your tailbone towards the ground, lifting your hips up towards the sky, opening up your throat and your collarbones. 1 more inhale wherever you are. And we'll exhale back to center, back to neutral, back to mountain pose, whether you're seated or standing. Just noticing what you feel. I'm going to come back to my chair, but you're welcome to stand here if you like. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to inhale, open those arms up nice and wide into a T as much as you're able, maybe even drawing those shoulder blades back towards one another. And then exhale, wrap your arms around yourself, right arm on top. Walk your fingers back behind your shoulders as much as feels good. And give yourself a hug. Just noticing what you notice. And here, instead of really focusing on the breath in the belly, try to think about feeling that expansion between your shoulder blades. Continue to cultivate that nice long spine. You could stay here in stillness or inhale to lift your elbows up towards the sky, any amount. And exhale, chin towards your heart, elbows point down towards your knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round down. One more time, we'll inhale up to the sky. Exhale, elbows towards knees. One more full breath here, an inhale and an exhale as you squeeze yourself. And then inhale, open up your arms, open up your heart, maybe draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, one more time, this time left arm on top. Inch those fingers back behind you as much as feels good to you. Give yourself a hug. When we receive a hug, we release oxytocin, the connection hormone. So we're getting connected to ourselves, our real authentic selves. We're figuring out what feels good in our body. Stay here and breathe, feeling that expansion behind your heart. Or inhale, lift the elbows up to the sky. Exhale, round the neck down, chin towards the heart, knees, elbows towards the knees. Just a few more times here. Letting yourself flow with the breath. Let's lift those elbows up one more time. Exhale, elbows down. If you're stationary, just giving yourself a hug. Powerful, powerful medicine. One more full breath wherever you are. And then inhale, open up those arms, open up that heart, lift your gaze up to the sky as much as feels good. Exhale, let your hands come down to your sides, your chin come level to the earth. And again, pause to notice what's coming up for you. Notice the rebound effect of that movement. And then one more thing to open up the hips a little bit. Let's take those knees out as wide as your chair allows, or if you're standing kind of in a squat here, we call this goddess pose. So from your seat or from standing, take those knees out wide, right hand on the right thigh, left hand on the right, or right, yeah. I get my directions mixed up every now and again. So we'll find that tall spine right here in the center. Lift the base of the skull up to the sky. Inhale right here. Exhale, just twist to your left. Dip that right shoulder down towards your left knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dip the left shoulder towards the right knee. Now you can keep this movement really subtle. It doesn't have to be super deep. Just check in with your hips, check in with your body. Make sure that your body is in agreement with your choices. If you're standing, you might dip from side to side, and you could maybe even press the left hand to the inner left thigh. Give yourself a little more leverage, maybe turning to look back behind you. And you can always come to a standing position if you started in a seat, or come to a seat if you started in standing. We'll just do a couple more to each side. The next time your left shoulder comes back towards the right knee, that's the last time. We'll inhale back to center. And if you're standing, you'll straighten those legs. Heel toe your feet back underneath your hips and take a seat. If you're already sitting, just draw your knees back towards the center. And notice what's happening. Notice any sense of being activated, maybe feeling your heart beating, maybe feeling your pulse or your energy, your prana flowing. Check in with your jaw, your shoulders, your forehead, your neck, and anywhere else you notice that you hold tension. See if you can soften those places again. And then we'll bring one hand and then the other to rest at the heart. Palm resting on your chest, other palm resting on the back of the hands. We're going to do what's known as Bhramari Breath just 3 times here. We'll inhale through the nose, exhale with your lips gently together with a humming sound. So it's inhale here, exhale. Just let the sound float away. We'll do that a couple more times. Look for where you feel the reverberation, the vibration in your body. Come back for a regular breath or two. And then when you're ready, inhale. Notice if there's just a little more possibility for stillness, for quiet space in your mind, a little more connection to yourself. And if you like, in the tradition of yoga, we can bring our palms to meet at our heart and tilt the chin towards your chest in recognition of your efforts to be here. No effort, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And respect for yourself and for those with whom you shared your practice today. Namaste.